Candy Bar was born Juanita Dale Slusher on July 6, 1935, in Edna, Texas. Her childhood was marked by hardship. When she was only 9 years old, her mother died, leaving her and her siblings in the care of relatives. The family situation was strained, and Candy grew up in an environment where security and affection were often lacking. By her mid-teens, she ran away from home and entered a world of nightclubs, modeling, and dancing to support herself. It was during this period of reinvention that she adopted the stage name Candy Bar, a moniker that would become legendary. The name reflected the mix of sweetness and allure she brought to the stage, and it helped shape the image of a glamorous yet rebellious star. Breaking into burlesque. In the 1950s, Candy Bar rose to fame as a burlesque dancer. Her routines, blending charm, glamour, and a playful energy, made her an instant favorite in Texas nightclubs. Known for her petite frame, blonde hair, and captivating stage presence, she stood out in a competitive field. Her performances were not just about beauty, they carried charisma, personality, and an unapologetic confidence. Candy became one of the most recognizable dancers in Dallas, and word of her act quickly spread to other parts of the country. National fame. By the mid-1950s, Candy Bar had become a national sensation. She was a star performer in Texas and soon found work in Los Angeles and Las Vegas. Her name became synonymous with burlesque glamour. She gained attention not only for her performances but also for her personal life, which often made headlines. Candy Bar symbolized a kind of American fascination with showgirls and nightclub culture, embodying both the glitz and the grit of post-war entertainment. Her popularity was such that she became a subject of widespread media interest. Magazines wrote about her, gossip columns followed her relationships, and she developed a reputation as one of the most famous burlesque performers of her era. Hollywood ties and high-profile relationships. As her fame grew, Candy Bar entered the world of Hollywood and became associated with several high-profile figures. She formed a close friendship with Mickey Cohen, the well-known mob figure who had deep ties in Los Angeles nightlife. Candy's associations with powerful men, including entertainers, nightclub owners, and underworld figures, added to her mystique. She was frequently seen in the company of celebrities, which further boosted her reputation as someone who lived on the edge of both glamour and danger. Rumors also swirled about possible connections to actors and musicians, though much of this was speculation fueled by tabloids. Regardless, Candy's ability to move fluidly between nightclub stages and Hollywood circles gave her a unique place in American pop culture. The arrest and prison sentence. In 1959, Candy Bar's career took a dramatic turn when she was arrested in Dallas for possession of marijuana. The case became one of the most infamous legal stories of its time. Although possession charges were common in the late 1950s, Candy's sentencing was unusually harsh. She was given 15 years in prison. Many observers believed the punishment was not just about the offense but also about making an example out of her as a high-profile entertainer who defied social norms. Her trial and conviction made national headlines. Some saw her as a victim of a justice system intent on punishing women who lived outside of traditional roles. Others viewed her as a symbol of rebellion and independence. Candy served several years in prison before being released in 1963. During her incarceration, she maintained her resilience and refused to be broken by the system. When she was freed, she returned to her career, though the momentum she had once enjoyed was never fully regained. Life after prison. After her release, Candy Bar attempted to rebuild her career. She performed in clubs again and occasionally gave interviews reflecting on her experiences. While she never regained the height of fame she had achieved in the 1950s, she retained a loyal following and continued to embody the rebellious glamour that had defined her earlier years. Candy lived a more private life in later decades, though she remained a figure of fascination. Writers, historians, and fans continued to seek her out, recognizing her as a key figure in the history of American burlesque and nightclub entertainment. Cultural impact. Candy Bar's influence went beyond her own career. She represented a moment in American history when burlesque performers and nightclub stars became cultural icons. Her story blended glamour, rebellion, controversy, and resilience, qualities that made her both admired and scrutinized. She also became a symbol of the double standards women faced in mid-20th century America. While male entertainers with similar lifestyles were often celebrated, Candy was judged harshly by both the legal system and society. Her lengthy prison sentence highlighted the gendered nature of punishment at the time. Later years. In her later years, Candy returned to Texas, where she lived away from the spotlight. She occasionally participated in interviews and retrospectives, sharing stories of her life, her time in prison, and her relationships with powerful figures. She remained candid, witty, and unapologetic about her choices, further endearing her to fans who admired her strength. Candy Barr passed away on December 30, 2005, in Victoria, Texas, at the age of 70. Legacy. Candy Barr remains one of the most iconic figures in American burlesque history. Her story reflects the complexities of fame, the glamour of the spotlight, the scrutiny of the press, the challenges of personal struggle, and the harsh realities of legal persecution. She is remembered as a performer who defined an era of nightclub entertainment, a woman who moved between Hollywood, underworld figures, and burlesque stages with equal ease. At the same time, she is also remembered as someone who paid a heavy price for living outside conventional boundaries. Her life continues to inspire books, documentaries, and cultural studies that explore the intersections of performance, gender, and justice in mid-20th century America. For fans and historians, Candy Barr stands as both a legend of burlesque and a symbol of resilience.